Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about transition materials part 3. The important properties of D Bragg elements, that is magnetic properties. Most of the compounds of transition elements are paramagnetic, and magnetic properties are which is related to electronic configuration of atoms. So the electron is spinning around its own axis, isn't it? So first the electron is spinning its own axis in addition to its orbital motion around the nucleus. Due to this motions, a tiny magnetic field is generated. So, and it is measured in terms of magnetic moment. So already we know that the atoms in the center, it is nucleus is present. So surround the nucleus, the electrons are revolving. The electron is also revolving on its own axis. So it is created a slightly magnetic field. Magnetic field is created. So this magnetic field of electrons can be measured in, it is a magnetic moment, that is Bohr magneton. So on the basis of magnetic properties, it is can be classified into paramagnetic as well as diamagnetic, and also these are also classified into ferromagnetic, antiferromagnetic materials. Now we are going to see about what is paramagnetic, what is diamagnetic nature. See here, first one, what is diamagnetic material? So materials which no elementary magnetic dipoles are diamagnetic. So simply we are going to say what is meant by diamagnetic. Suppose in this D Bragg elements are transition elements, all the electrons are completely filled, or there is no absence of any unpaired electrons, means that material is said to be diamagnetic material simply. So in other words, the species which all paired electrons exhibit diamagnetism. This kind of material are repelled by the magnetic field. What's the meaning of this actually? First of all, so here suppose if I taking any material, suppose zinc, the materials are present here, isn't it? So the electrons are also present here. Already we told you, already this produces slightly magnetic field. Suppose in this magnetic field, the Zn atomic number is 30. So it may be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, and 4s2, 3d10 configuration. Is it right? So 3d10 configuration means automatically 10 configuration means all the electrons are filled here. So there is no chance to any empty cell. There is no unpaired electron. Now the electrons as well as the atom molecules are arranged. Suppose the atom molecules are arranged like that, means the electrons are arranged like that, means automatically will be in that same direction. It is already in a same direction. Suppose any external field is produced here, any external magnetic field is produced here, what happened here? This is already produced magnetic field, slightly magnetic field. So magnetic induction is also produced here. Magnetic induction means what happened? This magnetic induction influence on this atom and it produces weak electric field. It produces weak electric field means this can be repelled by each other. So this weak field, magnetic field, it is repelled external magnetic field because of completely filled, because of which is lies in the same direction. That is why which is producing in external magnetic field. External magnetic field as well as weak electric fields are repelled each other. So this diamagnetic nature of materials, that may be in transition elements, maybe zinc as well as scandium as well as titanium 3 plus, so Sc3 plus as well as Ti4 plus and V3 plus. This is source D0 as well as Zn is D10 configuration. These two are maximum a diamagnetic character because of this completely empty shell and this is completely filled electron. There is no unpaired electron is present. That is why here the repulsion taking place in between the external magnetic field as well as weak field. So repelled by the external magnetic field. This is we are going to say it is diamagnetic nature. Understand? And so this is why the electron is spinning around its own axis, and also in the diamagnetic field the kind of materials are repelled by the magnetic field because of presence of external magnetic field. So the magnetic induction magnetic induction is also introduced. The magnetic induction also introduced to the material which generates weak magnetic field. If the magnetic index is on the material, it produces weak magnetic field. This weak magnetic field is repulse external magnetic field because of diamagnetism, because of paired electrons. So this is known as diamagnetic material, and in this transition element more or less the scandium Di4 plus V3 plus as well as zinc is this is D3 D0 configuration, this is D10 configuration, both are in diamagnetic nature. Right, now we are going to see the next one, paramagnetic nature. So which one is a paramagnetic? The paramagnetic solids are having unpaired electrons. Unpaired electrons possess magnetic dipoles which are isolated from one another. So in the absence of external magnetic field, more or less all the transition elements are, it is in unpaired electrons except the first one as well as in the last one. So more or less I told you already, scandium 3 plus and titanium 4 plus, V3 plus, zinc, these alone will be a diamagnetic, and remaining in between these two, remaining between titanium, vanadium as well as copper, iron, everything will be in paramagnetism. They are having, it is a unpaired electrons. So see here, what happens, suppose if I present here nickel in this material, here unpaired electron is present. So what happened here, unpaired electron is present means this is electrons, the arrangement of electrons in the absence of magnetic field, which must be in different directions. Here what it's actually, it is in the same direction, the arrangement of electrons it is in the same direction, but it is in a different direction. It is a random motion in the absence of magnetic field. In the absence of magnetic field, this is in a random motion. If the external magnetic field is introduced here, external magnetic field introduced means what happened? These arrangements are come into one position. So these ones have come into one position means they are aligning in one parallel, aligning in same directions. So this magnetic fields are attracted. So these magnetic fields are attracted more. Here what happened in this diamagnetic? This is repelled external magnetic field. So this must having opposite pole. So this unpaired electron, these unpaired electrons may be both it's a dipole nature. It may be random in motion in the absence of magnetic field. At the same time, when the external magnetic field is introduced here, this is aligned in one position in the same direction. It must be parallel. So it is attracted more magnetic field. So what's the difference between diamagnetic as well as paramagnetic? If you are taking paramagnetic, what happened here? Paramagnetic as well as diamagnetic, this is a completely filled electrons. It's a no unpaired electron is present, and here a unpaired electron is present, and also this is if it is repelled external magnetic field. And what happened here? This attracted magnetic field. So now we can see this arranged in random motion. See here, dipoles are arranged in random, and hence the solid source no net magnetism. So the dipoles are aligned in parallel to direction of applied field. When the external field is applied here, automatically it comes into the parallel position. This is known as paramagnetic nature. Maximum all the d block elements are may have a paramagnetism because of its unpaired electrons. Right, now next one we are going to see ferromagnetic materials. Some of the materials are exception here. So some of the materials may have domain structure. What is meant by domain structure? It is a fully covered structure or globe structure, anyone. So and it's each domain magnetic dipoles. Each domain structure may have magnetic dipoles because of unpaired electrons, and arranged and spin dipoles of adjacent domains are randomly oriented. And some transmetals are which is magnetic in nature. So for example, iron, cobalt and nickel, we can see iron, cobalt, nickel, they are in magnetic nature when compared with the other one. These elements are said to be a ferromagnetic material. And 3D transition metals are paramagnetic solids after having magnetic dipole movements corresponding to the spin contribution only. So we can say how do you calculate the paramagnetic material? By using this formula, mu is equal to g root of s plus 1 as well as up. And also one more formula we can say. One more formula we can write here. mu is equal to root of n plus 2 mu p, as well as we can say for magneton. Suppose we can write one more example for this. The magnetic moment calculated using above this. For example, Ti3 plus titanium 3 plus, it is a D1 configuration. D1 configuration, actually mu is equal to, so 1, we can what is meant by n, it is a number of unpaired electrons. So D1 is here, so we can substitute 1 plus 2 root 3, so 1.75. So 1.75, actually 1.73 is, it is a calculated value, and also in this value is observed value. There's a magnetic moment calculated using above equation is compared with the experimental value. So in most of the cases the agreement is good. So likewise Mn2 plus also, this is D5 configuration. D5 configuration, already you know the atomic number of this manganese is 25. So D5 configuration, so the unpaired number of unpaired electron is 5. So we can substitute here mu is equal to root of 5 and 5 plus 2, total you can do 35. So 5.91 mu. So this is actually calculated value, also this is observed value. So more or less the observed value as well as calculated values are similar. This is known as magnetic properties of D block elements. Thank you students, we will see next class.